Good afternoon. How is everybody? All right, I need a little bit more energy today. I want everyone to take a deep breath. Let it all out. How are you all today? Right. Let's add a little bit more to it. How are you all today? Yes, let's go. Can I please get everyone to clap loud, cheer, give people energy. There's a lot of speakers coming up here, and we love you clapping. It makes us talk more. Okay. Should be already go. So usually for 1 second, everybody. Start a little timer. Okay, my name's Damian. For any of you that haven't met me, as David said, thank you, David. Healed myself with chronic fatigue many years ago. My journey started 18 years ago. Healing myself with chronic fatigue was juicing, fasting, detoxing, superfoods, all of these sorts of things, and that's what helped me get to where I am now. And it was only about 4 years ago when my father was diagnosed with rectal cancer that I started looking deeper and deeper into the world of hemp and cannabis. I'm going to refer mostly to the terminology of cannabis today, because hemp is cannabis, right? And I want to speak about cannabis because that's the next one for us now. Seeing legalization of cannabis, because these plants contain so much medicine. And being into healing your body like I am, and I love herbs and I love superfoods, I look for plants that offer us amazing benefits. And this is one of those plants. The hemp and cannabis plant offer us so many benefits. And I want to go through some of the benefits today to explain to you what I've found hidden in there for those of you that don't know about the medicine that's hiding in the plant. So first of all, I want to get one thing clear. Can we please dim those lights a little bit? So, anybody? I heard it was possible. So I want to get it clear. When I'm speaking about hemp or cannabis, I'm talking about organic. It has to be organic. It's got to be grown in soil, the way they grow my food. I love organic food, and I want it to be organic. Very important. Does it not dim halfway? Does it just go total blackout? Yeah, that'll be lovely. Just so that everyone can see a little bit clearer. Thank you so much. Beautiful, thank you. So it's got to be organically grown. When I refer to cannabis, people using it for recreational medicine, we don't want hydroponic stuff that's been grown with growth enhancers, cancer-causing chemicals, right? We want it in soil, watered with fresh water and plant-based nutrients, all right, or natural nutrients. Yes, please. Very clean herb. And what I want to do is show you the plants for some of you that don't know. Where does the medicine hide in these plants? Because there's this great array of nutrients and compounds in there that have profound healing effects on the body. And so this is the cannabis flower here. And your hemp flowers, cannabis flowers are going to look different. There's many different varieties. Oh, it's not my favorite. So this is the flower here. This is what contains or concentrates the medicine. All right? Now I want to zoom in a little bit closer, because as we get closer to the plant, we see these speckles, this frost-like effect on the flower. Okay, what is that frost-like effect? These are what's known as trichomes. These little mushroom heads hold the resin in the plant. They concentrate the medicine. Now when people are making cannabis oil, what they're doing is dissolving these with something like oil or alcohol, and they're taking that medicine in the alcohol and oil and then utilising it. So that's the trichomes, and this is where all the medicine hides. And I just want to go through some of the compounds now so you can actually understand what they do and how they work in the body. Now the first one I want to look at is the cannabinoids, right? Cannabis and hemp are made up of cannabinoids. Now hemp generally is high CBD, low THC. THC is what gets us high, right? This one is what harmonises the high, the CBD. And then this THC is only in a plant if you heat it, right? If we get a raw cannabis leaf and start munching on it, we're not going to get high. It's not until you heat it, because when it's raw, it's in the form of THCA. Once you heat it, it turns into a psychoactive. That's why when people smoke it or cook it into cookies, You eat it and you get very high. So cannabinoids, let's have a look at them. THCA, as I said, it's non-psychoactive. All right, so in its raw state, it will not get you high. I'm going to make a smoothie today. We're going to throw a heap of cannabis leaves in it, and then we're all going to drink it. No, I'm joking. We're not. Cannabis is still illegal. But I'm going to make a smoothie, and I'll show you how I would like to do it in the perfect world. If I can inspire you all, then we'll vote for this and one day have it legalized. So THC, non-psychoactive, it has anti-inflammatory properties, anti-proliferative, so when cancer's in the body, it's stopping it from proliferating in the body, right? Antiemetic, so it helps reduce nausea, so if someone's on chemo medication, vomiting all the time, this will calm it down. Relieves insomnia, pain, and muscle spasms. Now, often they will add THCA in with CBD for the seizure for kids, because this THCA you can use with kids, because it's non-psychoactive, right? Now, we've got CBD. CBD is the one that we're finding mostly in hemp, right? Elevated levels of CBD. So it's non-psychoactive, anti-seizure. We know that. We're giving it to children and people with seizures. Calms it down very quickly. You see them roll it, one of the videos on Facebook, they roll it on the feet. Within minutes, the young man stops the tremors. He comes back into his body, calms down. And that's what CBD is doing. Also, it's anti-inflammatory. Once again, anti-proliferative. Reduces anxiety. Anyone suffer with anxiety here? No one. Well, you're all so healthy. I know I get it. So if you have CBD, this will help calm it down. Relieves insomnia. Anyone have insomnia here? No one. Okay, great. This will help you sleep better by adding CBD into your diet. Relieves pain. Once again, people often get pain, and that's one of the first things we hear is with cannabis or hemp medicines is their pain is reduced. The next one, THC. So this is the psychoactive. Does anyone get high here? Oh, all of that row? Yeah, thanks guys. So this is something I discovered when I was 15 years old. I thought I was doing something wrong, consuming this plant. But little did I know that this plant contained powerful medicine. It helped me get through my chronic fatigue back in the day. I didn't even know. I didn't understand. I thought I was just doing something wrong that no one knew about. But it was actually helping me. It was helping me eat all that horrible healthy food that I adjusted to. Tofu and all that crap that you start off with on your journey. So the THC helped lift my appetite, helped me get through the stress of what I was feeling. But it wasn't until my father got ill that I really understood that THC and CBD have the power to kill cancer cells. They have the ability to kill cancer cells, and that's what a lot of people don't realise. They think, oh, it's great to have with chemo and different medications to help you deal with the side effects, but it actually can help reverse the disease, and that's what interests me. That's what I find so profound. So next we have in the cannabis plant, who knows? What's the next compound we're going to look at? It's not a cannabinoid. What is it? Come on, somebody knows. It's got a scent. Terpenes, thank you very much. Terpenes, these are the fragrant molecules. Who here is into essential oil? Anybody? Let's see, hands up high, don't be shy. Essential oils. Why do you love your essential oils? Is it the effects? Is it the smell? Is it the effect it has on your body when you breathe in these smells, when you rub on your body? Well, I'll tell you, those exact compounds that make your essential oils so wonderful are in cannabis and hemp. And especially in cannabis, they're in very high levels. So let's have a look at them. Anyone ever picked up a lemon and smelt it? That fresh smell uplifts you, right? Fresh and clean. That's what's in lemon oil. When you get lemon oil uplifting, right? It's the terpene limonene, right? Now look at some of these effects. Treats acid reflux, antidepressant. Anyone got any anxiety in here? Oh, no one? Oh, this helps with anxiety too. Potent antioxidant, anti-cancer properties. So we've got cannabinoids with anti-cancer properties. Then we've got the fragrant molecules with anti-cancer properties. elevates the mood, stress relief, antifungal, antibacterial. Usually with diseases, there's fungus, bacteria, all of these are proliferating in the body. So if we're looking at these substances, we're helping to drive them down. Next one. Anyone ever walk into a pine forest and feel uplifted? The Japanese call it shirin-yoku, which is forest bathing. They get you out amongst the pine trees. The busy businessmen in Japan get them out in the pine trees to breathe in those terpenes. It uplifts their body and brings them alive, brings them back into balance, get them away from the Wi-Fi for a while and get them to touch the earth and breathe in the terpenes. Look at it, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antibiotic. The list goes on, anti-inflammatory, bronchodilator. This is why cannabis was used in the early days for asthma. In the 1920s, I think it was, they would give you a cannabis cigarette for asthma. How true is that? A cigarette for asthma? It's because the terpenes are acting as a bronchodilator, opening up all those airways so you can breathe air better. What else have we got? Helps to counter short-term memory loss. That's one thing we get with cannabis. We have that short-term memory loss. It helps balance that out. Promotes alertness and anti-cancer properties. So what's the next one? It's the calming one. Come on, essential oil people. Linalool. This is what's in lavender. Who smells lavender and just feels that great sense of peace and relax? You feel one with the world. This is why, because it's got linalool in there. Luca. Linalool is very relaxing on the body, very calming, antidepressant, anti-anxiety, sedative. For me, I'm pretty hyperactive. After healing myself with chronic fatigue, I find it hard to sleep sometimes. Because I tell you what, the healthier you get, the more inspired you get. And you find it hard to sleep. So something like this works really well for me. Because it's calming on my body, helps bring me back down and helps me with my sleep. Anti-inflammatory, anti-epileptic, analgesic, and I can't even pronounce that word right now. Thank you, anesthetic. So the next calming one is myrcene. Okay, this is the one from mangoes. So this is very relaxing, and this is what you'll find is what puts you on the couch in a lock. You know when you've consumed too much herb and you're sitting there and can't move, it's because of the myrcene content. Okay, so myrcene's in a lot of these strains that we're exposed to. Very relaxing, antidepressant, anti-inflammatory, analgesic, antibiotic, sedative, anti-mutagenic, so stopping cells from mutating, sleep aid, and a muscle relaxant. Now, when you bring all of these guys together, the terpenes, the cannabinoids, and then the antioxidants, which are known as flavonoids, bring them all together, we get the entourage effect. Does everyone understand the entourage effect? Who doesn't understand the entourage effect? Okay, so what it is, it's when all these compounds come together and they amplify, they potentiate each other. So you're not just getting an effect of CBD, you're getting THC, all the terpenes. They work together to give you an enhanced reaction and balance the body. And that's why you hear people go on about whole plant medicine, because you want all of those compounds put together in one, because those compounds work so well together. Now, I love teaching people how to consume, especially cannabis, safely, right? We go to school, they teach us to drink alcohol with a glass of water in between each glass, right? You drink one beer, glass of water, another beer, glass of water. Well, they don't teach us about cannabis, so I'm here to do that, and that's what I do, is teach people safe consumption. Because we need to be smart the way we do it. You know, you can't consume cannabis and then sit down to a pack of chips and mashed potatoes. You know, you can if you want, but it's not going to really inspire you. I sit down with a green smoothie and there's hummus and carrot sticks or something like that, because when you've got that high energy food in there, with that herb, you feel inspired and energized. I believe the typical stoner, the unmotivated stoner, was bred from a bad diet consumed with dirty cannabis. right? Because you think about it, when the appetite increases, you've got to have clean food coming in. If you're eating crap food, you're going to feel crap. So this is what I love to do, is teach people how do we make healthy smoothies. And that's what we're going to do today. And so, like I say, if we had a cannabis plant or a hemp plant right now, we grab the fresh leaves of it and throw it in this smoothie and blend it up. You get all the anti-inflammatory effects, right? All the antioxidants, all the immunomodulating effects, right? But you won't get the high. And you can give it to a child. Or you could drink it and then drive, because it's not affecting you in that way, but it's nourishing your body. You can juice fresh cannabis or hemp leaves as well. Blend with aloe vera. So I always say, if you're going to blend these sorts of things, you can use aloe vera because that's anti-inflammatory. It soothes the gut, inflammation in the gut. We hear of it all the time now. And that's why they're reversing IBS and Crohn's disease with cannabis juice. Or your hemp juice. You just juice, and it's healing the whole gut. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to put in my revived superfood powder. Put that in there, because what I've got in there is an extract called piperine. It comes from black pepper. Some of you may have heard of using black pepper with turmeric, right, to enhance the uptake. Well, if you use the black pepper extract with other phytochemicals, other compounds from nature, it increases the nutrient uptake. And that's why I put it in one of my products. So if you use this in conjunction with those compounds, you will actually absorb more. So today we're going to throw in some hemp seeds, because now we're allowed to. Woo! Can you cheer for that? Yeah. So let's look at the hemp seeds. They do have hemp protein available. I tend to go for the seeds, because the proteins have the oil pushed out, the fibre removed. Let's go whole food. Complete protein has all essential 9 amino acids, right? There's not too many foods that have a complete protein. Hemp does. You've got omega-3s. So you get your medium chain omega-3s in there. Essential for brain, joints, skin health, many different functions in the body. Then we've got fibre. What's fibre do? Make you poo more. Exactly. We need to eliminate more. I speak to so many people that are not eliminating properly. If you want good health, you've got to eliminate. Yes, ladies right in the back row. At least twice a day. Okay, if you're not, come and see me, and I'll help you come up with a plan for your life so that you eliminate. Because our body is designed to let waste go through the bowels, and a lot of people are not doing that efficiently. So we're going to throw some hemp seeds in there today. This is my product here, Revive. So this has got 25 different superfoods in there, all rolled into one. And I throw this in with my smoothie as well to give it a real big boost. Right? I looked at all the different cultures in the world. What is their most powerful food? What's ours? Who knows ours? Yeah. What else? This guy here. The Kakadu plum. Highest source of vitamin C in the whole world. Who's on it? That concerns me. None of us are on our wild food. You know, this is what we've got to look at. It grows in our own backyard. It's one of the highest antioxidant and highest source of vitamin C in the world, and we're not on it.
Sorry, what is a kakadu?
Kakadu plum. Sorry?
I don't know what a kakadu
It's a little fruit that's grown in northern Australia. But sorry, I'm going to keep moving now. So we're going to make a smoothie right now. Can I please have the Esky Luca? I'm just going to bring up some mango. And could I please borrow one of you muscly gentlemen in the front row just to grab a side of this? Thank you, sir. So what I'm going to do is just blend up a quick smoothie to plant some inspiration in your mind. Let's go out of that line. Thank you. Just there, thanks, sir. Okay, so we're going to do this really quick. I've got 1.5 minutes left. And we're going to blend a quick smoothie, and if anyone wants to taste it, come up on the break and I'll give you a taste. So first of all, I'm going to throw mango in here. Normally berries, but today I'm doing mango, so we'll end up having a green smoothie. Now, I never throw banana in there. One reason why. Squish your banana, squish some blueberries. What do you got? What's my hand look like? Not much, sticky mess, right? What's the blueberry hand look like? Blue, purple. All those pigments are what protect the plant from disease. If we ingest plant pigments, it protects us from disease. That's why I'll choose a berry over banana as an example. So I threw the mango in. Then we've got a heap of fresh cannabis leaves here. No, please. Please stop this.
Just face the camera.
So I'm putting parsley and I've actually got borage. If anyone knows borage, I've got borage leaves. These are out of my garden. And the parsley is actually just going to seed, so it looks like cannabis leaves. But pretty cool, right? So I'm throwing that in. You're going to put a little bit of goji berries in there. Little Chinese berry, really good for the liver, kidneys. Put a bit of brown rice protein. So my goal is to inspire people to eat less animal products because animal products are very acidic. Right, so I'll throw some brown rice protein in there. A little bit more. Then we're going to go some hemp seeds for all our essential fatty acids, fibre, protein. And it's so cool being able to do this. It's illegal to even suggest such a thing only 2 years ago or less. Then we're going to add some spring water. And we're going to blend it. And then at the very end, I'm going to add blue wire. Now the reason why I haven't added that already is because the stainless steel blades in there will break down certain nutrients, right? So I don't want to clean the guts out of this because this is my high nutrition. I'm going to put it in at the very end, give it a quick zap, and drink it. So just add it at the very end. It's got all the algae, grasses, berries, blending through. Boom, all done. Thank you all very much. If you have any questions, I'll see you after we get our stand up there. Thanks, guys.
Woo! Thank you, Damian. Awesome.